Hey everyone, recently we've been hearing a lot about the rapidly changing market. There are plenty of questions that are worth an actual conversation, and you might be surprised by the answers.
If you're wondering how you're affected by the recent fluctuations in real estate, here's what you need to know.
The Pittsburgh area is in a great position. We've had one of the strongest and healthiest housing markets in the country, according to the house price index tool.
Specifically speaking, we rank 104th over the previous year. We're going to detail why that's a great statistical ranking.
Industry knowledge sourced from social media or news headlines is often missing much context. To see the whole picture, we need to look at all of the numbers.
The analytics are probably much more optimistic than you think. Our goal is to explain them so you're in a position to make an informed, financially sound decision.
This series will do just that, giving you research and data that we've obtained through our experience as top producers.
First up, our local market analytics and what they mean for home values.
It's important to understand that real estate is relative. Locally, the stats show homeowners consistently and steadily gaining value over the life of their mortgage.
This is according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency's House Price Index tool that examines housing trends over the last quarter, year, 5 years, and even longer.
The HPI calculates property appreciation based on the data recorded from repeat sales and refinances across 400 locations. It also compares the region's rankings.
Most importantly, the HPI removes all subjectivity from market analysis. We're dealing with pure numbers here.
So why is 104th out of 400 metros good news? Well, this is where the context comes in handy. A high HPI means raising housing prices. A low HPI means falling housing prices.
The raw data tells us that there are over 100 metro areas in the US with faster inflating home prices than us. These include similarly sized and located metros like Cincinnati, St. Louis, Cleveland, and Detroit.
But tracking index scores can be tricky. The key is to settle into a sweet spot where home values are strong enough for buyers to be confident they're purchasing an appreciating asset.
And for sellers to be confident they're getting a solid return. That's why it's great to see similarly sized metros with lower HPIs like Baltimore, Raleigh, Kansas City, and Nashville.
Naming a bunch of cities with higher and lower scores than us is probably confusing. How can we be doing both great and poor?
But that's exactly the point. We have what everybody wants, which is a balanced market.
Our home prices aren't inflating so drastically that the buyers are priced out, and our values aren't plummeting so much that the sellers are taking a loss.
Of the top 100 most populated metro areas, we ranked right in the middle at 52nd in year-over-year inflation. Values skyrocketing nearly 10% like Buffalo means a tight market and low inventory.
It's no better being in Indianapolis, where you're barely gaining 1% of value over the previous year.
With house prices rising 4.5% nationally over the last year, we find ourselves in an almost perfectly even market. But what we still don't know is if 4.5% is good for buyers or for sellers.
We'll take a look at that in part 2 when we talk sellers. Not to spoil it, but you should be hitting the market with confidence this year. Buyers, there's good news coming for you too.
No matter what side you're on, the data is clear that you should not let a national narrative affect your local move.
If you just can't wait for individual seller and buyer breakdowns or need more specific analysis, reach out to our team. We'd be happy to apply our detailed approach to your situation.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.